tonight on the Evening News.
A controversial pathologist fights to have his license reinstated.
I'm making Craig from a skating rink to a rodeo ring overnight. I'll have full details on the Evening News.
And the police investigate Saskatoon's 8th murder of the year.
From Global Saskatoon, the Evening News with Lisa Dutton.
Good evening. The future of a once noted pediatric forensic pathologist now rests in the hands of an appeals tribunal. Formerly employed by the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto, Dr. Charles Smith's privileges to practice in the Saskatoon Health Region were revoked last December. He faces a disciplinary hearing before the College of Physicians and Surgeons, and he's fighting back under the provisions of a new act. Rena Montgomery has more.
The Saskatoon Regional Health Authority has declined to appoint Dr. Charles Smith to its practitioner staff. So, in a rare move, the doctor is appealing.
In the past, there was only 2 other appeals or appeal panels that were set up under the former act to deal with similar type of appeals from physicians. My understanding, there was one in 1999 and previously 1984.
Under the new Regional Health Services Act, a practitioner staff appeals tribunal has been struck.
What was changed was the discretion of the Minister of Health to set up such a panel, as opposed to now give a physician, dentist, or chiropractor the right of an appeal to go to the appeals tribunal.
As a pediatric forensic pathologist in Toronto, Dr. Smith has testified before the panel that he was called before the Ontario College of Physicians and Surgeons to answer to 3 complaints in 2002. All were dismissed with cautions. The doctor says in his line of work, complaints come with the territory. He says pediatric pathology is contentious because there is not usually a weapon, motive, or crime scene to investigate. But Smith now faces a professional discipline charge in Saskatchewan, accused of providing inaccurate information last year about whether he'd ever been the subject of a regulatory investigation. The Saskatoon Health Authority revoked Smith's privileges in December. Being a new process, officials say a lot of professionals are likely awaiting the tribunal's outcome.
I've had so little experience with this in the past, it's hard to say one way or another whether more physicians or rather practitioners will avail themselves of this provision or not. I really don't know.
The tribunal now moves into the closing argument phase. A date for Smith's disciplinary hearing with the college hasn't been set. For Global News, this is Rena Montgomery reporting.
Saskatoon police have a suspect in custody in connection with the city's 8th homicide of the year. Shortly after midnight, police were called to this apartment building on Avenue O South. They went to a suite on the 3rd floor where they found an injured 35-year-old man. The man was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. The victim has been identified as Andrew Scott Bear. Police say he was living in the suite. An autopsy has revealed Bear died of stab wounds. Saskatoon police need your help in finding a missing 21-year-old woman. Liata Bloor hasn't been seen since last Friday. Her family reported her missing to police yesterday. She was last seen on the 200 block of Avenue N North. Police say they've since come across information causing them concern for her safety. If you have seen Liata Bloor or if you know where she is, you're asked to contact Saskatoon Police at 975-8448, or you can call Crime Stoppers. And an elderly woman has her purse back thanks to some quick action by some good Samaritans. The 81-year-old woman was walking along the 600 block of Queen Street when she was pushed down, kicked, and robbed of her purse. According to police, the attackers were a mother-daughter team. A cyclist chased the 2 women away and ended up following the one who had the purse. 2 other Good Samaritans assisted the cyclist in capturing and holding the woman until police arrived. The elderly woman was not seriously injured, and her purse was recovered. Warren Dean joins us now, and if you haven't got your tickets for the Children's Wish Home Lottery, you gotta get them quick.
That's right, Lisa. Yeah, deadline is Friday, so this Friday is when it's all over. So go take a look at the houses, get your tickets. 384-WISH, 1-800-661-WISH. The two numbers you can call to get those tickets. Deadline again is Friday, so make sure you grab them. You may win the big house or the cash or whatever prize you choose. 10 degrees in Saskatoon, west-northwest wind at 15. Very good kite flying day. That was way up there. That's a lot of string there. I think I would have run out by then. Rain tonight, more of it. It just will not go away for us. It does warm up quickly though, but as quickly as it warms up, it cools right down again. I'll have all the details of when that's going to happen coming up with Global Sky Tracker weather. Lisa?
Thanks, Warren. Well, as the country continues to grow, the province of Saskatchewan is taking a hit once again. According to Statistics Canada, the population in Saskatchewan dropped again this year. It's the 9th time in 10 years that's happened. In July of 2005, over 989,000 people lived in Saskatchewan. By July of this year, that number had dropped to 985,000. Do the math, and that's over 4,500 people gone from our province. Now compare those numbers to our neighbors to the west. It will come as no surprise that more than 98,000 people moved to Alberta in the last year alone. That makes the oil-rich province the fastest growing place in the country, almost 3 times the national average. Looking to Manitoba now, where the population also increased. The province added more than 3,000 residents to their population, a jump said to be linked to record high immigration numbers. Now, the statistics leave Saskatchewan sandwiched between 2 growing provinces trying to control the bleeding. Global's Jennifer Cartwright now on what those elected to keep people here think of the recent freefall.
It's a pattern emerging in our province. Yet another Saskatchewan resident packing up and leaving town.
We're seeing a generation of young people leaving Saskatchewan, walking out the door.
The opposition is the first to point out the province's plummeting population numbers, which, according to Statistics Canada, have dropped this year by more than 4,000.
Saskatchewan people know that we can do better. This tired and beleaguered NDP government just isn't putting the ideas forward that need to enable this province to grow.
We are down in their estimate July over July, but you also look at some of the other figures, and I think we see some encouraging stats there.
But this government official says the ideas to solve the problems are there. Seeing results just takes a while.
We have to feel that ultimately, with the job numbers that we have and the booming economy that we have, that's going to translate into population growth long term.
In addition to the provincial numbers, Statistics Canada is also breaking it down by city. The trouble is the only numbers available date back to 2004, and Regina's mayor says that's just not good enough.
I think you're going to see a different set of numbers when the 2006 numbers come out. I think you're going to see an increase. If not, then it's going to be very puzzling to know who is building these new houses and who is buying all of these homes.
Between July of 2004 and June of 2005, 336 more people left the city of Regina than moved in. Compare that to Saskatoon, where numbers remain stable, and the result is disappointing. But according to Regina's mayor, that's not the feeling on the streets.
If you talk to developers, if you talk to realtors, if you talk to everyone in general, they will tell you that there is growth happening in Regina.
So the message from the politicians seems to be wait and see. Optimistic the tactics used to keep people from moving away will become evident later rather than sooner. For Global News in Regina, this is Jennifer Cartwright reporting.
The deadline has passed, and there are now 7 candidates for mayor after a couple of last-minute nomination papers were filed today. Blue-collar worker Mark Ewert and businessman Mark Dean Weinmeier added their names to the list of mayoralty candidates. The two join incumbent Mayor Don Atchison, businessman Ron Kosis, former Mayor Jim Madden, shop foreman Johnny Melanchuk, and former City Councillor Lenore Swiston. Election day is Wednesday, October 25th. Coming up on the evening news, we'll show you what it takes to transform Credit Union Centre into a cowboy's dream. Stay with us.
This program is brought to you in part by Cal Tire. Cal Tire, true service.
This program brought to you in part by City of Saskatoon Animal Services. Remember, all dogs and cats must be licensed.
Enter to win a dream getaway to the Mayan Riviera. Go to Canada.com. Search word CWT.
So, the test results are conclusive. I'm afraid you have cancer. There are a few options we will want to consider. Things like surgery, chemotherapy, perhaps radiation. Any questions? No.
Take all the time you need. When you have questions, our caring professionals will help you find the answers.
It's great!
Fast. Clean. Really fast.
I don't have to worry about a thing.
Very clean.
I can afford this.
Comfortable. Lots of room.
And quiet. Nice and quiet.
The Brick and Sealy introduce a major price reduction. Save $700. Get uncompromised sleep comfort with this ultra premium queen mattress set, featuring Sealy's famous Posturepedic construction with Space Tech memory foam. Nobody beats the Brick.
Are you creative? Do you have an eye for design? A flair for decor? Do you have the talent and passion to become Debbie Travis's new chief designer? You could win a one-year contract and help Debbie launch her latest venture. If you think you have what it takes for the design job of a lifetime, then Season 2 of From the Ground Up with Debbie Travis is looking for you. Apply now on our website at globaltv.com/FTGU. Global is a proud sponsor of the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Awards, the world's premier business awards. Join us in Calgary on October 12th to celebrate the achievements of Canada's most dynamic business leaders, entrepreneurs, the heart of our strong and vibrant economy. Visit www.eoy.ca for ticket information. See the best of the best make their mark on the nation and on the world.
Closed captioning for this program is brought to you in part by the Children's Wish Foundation Home Lottery. Win a vacation for life. 1-800-661-WISH or 384-WISH.
Welcome back. In just 2 days, big hats and chaps will be converging at Credit Union Centre for this year's New Holland Saskatoon Stampede. For organizers of the event, the clock is ticking as they take on the wild ride of transforming the rink into a rodeo ring. Global's Megan Craig has more.
From this to this. What a difference a couple hours can make as crews set out to take the bull by the horns and begin a massive changeover at Credit Union Centre.
Right after the hockey game, we actually take out the hockey glass and hang a couple risers, and then we cover the dasher boards with plastic. And then our process is that we actually leave our hockey ice in.
And that's just the beginning, as crews buckle down to take on the lengthy task of covering the entire ice surface with wood chips.
The guys actually put water on a patch of ice and then lay the wood chip so there is a surface connection and the wood chips sort of freeze to the ice.
Throughout the morning, at least 100 to 150 truckloads of soil will be dumped on the arena, helping to make it rodeo ring worthy.
The first couple loads come in here were pretty squishy. It was kind of made you guys go, oh no, this is going to be bad. But it's dried out, it's compacted hard. So by the time I spend another 8 hours here today doing the ground, it should work out pretty good for the barrel racers.
We actually have our own rodeo dirt, which has been screened and cleaned, and there's no rocks in it. And we warehouse it right here on our property. And it's actually just stored behind the building in a big giant pile.
Although crews admit when it comes to screening the dirt for manure,
you don't. You just leave it in. You just mix it and it deteriorates over the years.
And Shane should know he's got the dirt on dirt, and that's no bull, spending 20 hours a day at times monitoring the dirt.
We almost have all the dirt in the building. A little later on today, we'll pull in our bucking chutes and then start setting up our panels. So it's a lot of work, and but the guys have been working right around the clock. But we're going to be ready for this weekend, and we're in good shape right now.
For Global News, this is Megan Craig reporting.
Griffith Stadium is undergoing its final phase of upgrades. This week, construction crews have taken over the field to install lights. The lights were one of the conditions needed in order to host the upcoming Vanier Cup game. If the weather cooperates, the new lights should be in and ready for October 7th. That's the day the Huskies take on the Manitoba Bisons. And that game will be televised nationally on The Score, giving football fans across the country their first look at our refurbished stadium. Her questionable statement to police helped lock a 16-year-old David Milgaard up for murder. More than 3 decades later, a federal justice official is giving credibility to Nicole John's recollection of events the morning of the 1969 stabbing death of Gail Miller. Rena Montgomery has more from the Milgaard wrongful conviction inquiry.
In March of 1969, Nicole John told police a trip through Saskatoon with David Milgaard and another buddy was uneventful. 2 months later, she gave a statement detailing how she saw Milgaard stab a woman in an alley. John has never repeated that, even 3 decades later at the Milgaard wrongful conviction inquiry. But at least one person thinks there's something to it. Federal Justice employee Eugene Williams. He questioned John during Milgaard's application to have his conviction reviewed.
A person's entire body starts to shake uncontrollably. Tears, inability to speak, fear. It signaled a recall of a very traumatic event. And yes, I was moved. Her recollection didn't provide the details, sufficient details, but it certainly sounded as if she had.
And you still haven't been able to shake that, have you?
I can't say I have. She saw something, whether it was a murder, I'm not sure, but she certainly saw something there.
Williams' attitude toward the Milgaard investigation was questioned under cross-examination today. Joanne McLean suggested the Federal Justice Department wasn't interested in finding fact. Rather, it was meeting its obligation to respond to the application for mercy. Since David Milgaard's review, changes have been made to the mercy clause, now known as Section 696.1. When asked if that would have won Milgaard's freedom sooner, Eugene Williams said no. For Global News, this is Rena Montgomery reporting.
Still to come on the evening news, we take you to Wildwood for this week's Neighborhood Profile. Stay with us.
Good evening, everyone. Terrell Owens is usually a media hound, but not today as he tried to steer the media straight on some disturbing allegations.
Hair and makeup provided by the Hairstyle Inn Salon.
This global program is brought to you in part by the Children's Health and Hospital Foundation of Saskatchewan.
Welcome to Mr. Lou. How you doing? Great, how are you? Complimentary paper and service menu? Usual? Yeah. Could you release your hood? How was your day? 65A complete service bay 2. Double check oil pan plug. Orban drain plug is tight. Double check L165.
30 years and 30 million oil changes later, and to Mr. Lube, yours is still the most important one. Maybe they need to get out more. Mr. Lube, doing it right before your eyes. For 30 years.
Ever lose your place? Can't see where you've painted? With white ceilings, you know it happens. But you can beat the white ceiling blues with Ceiling Perfect by Beauty Tone Paints, only at Home Hardware. Ceiling Perfect goes on with a hint of blue, but dries to a beautiful white matte finish, so you can always see where you've painted with no missed spots. For perfect ceilings, use Ceiling Perfect by Beauty Tone, only $24.97, only at Home Hardware and Home Building Center. Help is close to home.
You know how we've always talked about getting a sports car? Well, last weekend, we test drove a few. I kind of like the domestics.
I like the imports.
Super 7. Just go play.
I am.
I am.
I am a curler.
A curler. I am a curler.
We are curlers.
We are curlers.
I am a team member.
I'm a competitor.
We like to win.
We are great sweepers.
Great sweepers.
We love the strategy.
I enjoy the social part of the game.
We are club members.
We are curling. Get involved. I like the people.
Curling is the best.
Good evening. When the Riders have needed to play desperate ball, they have, and they've won. This weekend, it's Edmonton's turn. That's fine, but the Riders' focus is on closing the gap on BC and Calgary. Bob Krawchuk has the details.
With a win over the Eskimos, the Riders would reduce their magic number for clinching a playoff spot to 1, pushing the Eskimos to the brink of elimination. But the green and white are more concerned about moving up the standings than stopping the Eskimos' 34-year playoff run.
Well, you know, you need the 2 points, and you know, Edmonton beat us earlier on in the year, and you know, since then we've put together a little run, and hey, whatever happens, happens. You know, I don't want to look at it as we're trying to end the streak. We're trying to get in the playoffs.
We're trying to stay right on the heels of Calgary and BC. And what we did the other night with the victory gives us that opportunity to do that, and not so much worry about pushing Edmonton out, but trying to stay in the hunt for what we need to do. And obviously, I've always said, you know, I never want to look behind, look ahead, and that's going to be our mindset as we approach this game.
The Riders are coming off a dramatic win over the Lions, and they believe they can ride that wave of emotion into the Eskimos game.
I think there's always momentum coming off a win, especially after coming off a bye week. You know, sometimes it's tough to get back into the flow of things, and I think it showed in the first half of our BC game, and we were able to pull out the win, which was key coming off that off week, and we need to keep it rolling.
The Eskimos come into the contest with a 2-game losing streak. Earlier this season, they ended a 3-game losing slide with a win against the Riders. In fact, 4 times this season, teams have ended losing streaks against the green and white. And the players realize it's time to develop a killer instinct.
Well, we do. You know, we have to, you know, take advantage of opportunities, and this is a great opportunity. Edmonton, you know, coming in the state they're coming in, and you know, us coming off a huge win, we're at home, and we need to just go out there and execute.
With the Eskimos fighting for their playoff lives and the Riders trying to climb up the standings, this contest will have a playoff-type atmosphere.
We talked about as soon as we got back from the break that from here on out it's got to be a playoff atmosphere for us, and that's going to prepare us going into the playoffs, and also hopefully get us playing at the level that we want to.
For Global Sports, this is Bob Krawchuk reporting.
Terrell Owens has never shied away from the media spotlight, but even this was too bizarre to try and figure out. Last night, he was taken to hospital for unknown reasons. Speculation was that he tried to commit suicide. A Dallas police report said the 32-year-old told a friend he was depressed, and when asked by EMTs if he was trying to harm himself, he answered yes, but there was no attempt at taking his own life.
I took a couple pain pills, and then I had some treatment. I had a physician over treating my hand, and I think after that I was just kind of groggy a little bit, and I kind of took some extra pills with my supplements. And the 911 call with Kim, you know, she made because there were some pills that I had separated, and the bottle was on the table and it was empty. The rest of the pills were in a drawer, and so I think she felt like that I had taken all the pills, and like I was non-responsive.
Terrell had a reaction to different pills, and just to state that he was trying to commit suicide, it's unfair. Terrell has 25 million reasons why he should be alive. Thank you.
Well, the Blades found plenty of offense last night. Moose shot up a goal when Chris Cloud can't get the wraparound to go, but Walko Antoniak puts it past Joey Perricone. It was 1-1. A $1.12 after that, Justin McCrae moves in, puts a nice move on the D-man, and he goes 5-hole on Perricone. 2-1 Saskatoon. The game is now tied at 2. When Cloud is going to hit Wintoniak, and he is going to put home his second of the game. It was 3-2 Blades after the first 20 minutes. Then a beauty of a goal in the second. Tape to tape from McCrae to Michael McAngus. The Blades go in front by a score of 4-2, and then Braden Holtby was solid all night. He's going to turn aside Garrett Robinson, and the Blades are going to hang on to win this one by a score of 6-4. That's all for now, but more sports tonight at 10:30. Warren has your weather details after this.
This program brought to you in part by Golf's Car Wash on Arlington Avenue just off 8th Street.
Care of people. We Care lets me do that.
Are you a caring person looking for employment opportunities? If so, consider joining the We Care team. Our clients require healthcare aides for home support. For many positions, caring is the only experience you require. We have a variety of casual and part-time positions available. To find out more, phone 244-CARE or stop by We Care Home Health Services at 421 34th Street.
What can I get you guys? Teen?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we get 2 teen burgers? Isn't it your turn to pay?
No, pretty sure I got it last time.
Oh, you know what? I forgot my wallet.
Really?
Yeah.
I forgot my wallet too.
Huh. They're 2 for $6 right now. Oh, I can do that, yeah. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get it next time.
Sure.
Right now, get 2 teen burgers for only $6 at A&W.
Time and tickets are running out in the Children's Wish Foundation Home Lottery. Friday, September 29th is your last chance. The $500,000 grand prize, your choice of one of 16 fabulous show homes and cash. Whether you're a gourmet cook and crave a professional kitchen, desire the luxuries of a spa bathroom, or a state-of-the-art home theater, these show homes will fulfill your dreams. Don't delay. Get your ticket today. Friday at midnight is the grand prize deadline. Call 1-800-661-WISH or 384-WISH.
From Canada's premier documentary filmmakers, Global Currents.
There is no choice. You have to kill him.
The series that takes you behind the lines.
I never would have dreamed this would happen.
Join Global National's Kevin Newman.
Stories that stir dialogue.
Why I'm on top of a rifle doing this bull.
With issues that take you around the world and back to the front lines at home. Global Currents puts a new face on Canadian stories.
The whole world is going to watch.
Global Currents, Saturdays at 7.
Warren's here with the forecast, but first we should mention Raise a Reader tomorrow.
Yeah, you bet you can, West Raise a Reader. You and I are going to be out in front of the Besborough tomorrow morning, very early in the morning, handing out newspapers and getting your day started on the right notes. So we'll take a look at the forecast and see what we have in store for tomorrow. I think we better take an umbrella, Lisa, and everybody else should as well. Rain in the forecast. 10 degrees right now, so it's a cooler day today, but we do have some sun trying to peek its way through right now, which is a switch, but we do have rain into the overnight tonight. 3 is our low, and more showers expected tomorrow with a high of 16. Almanac, as you see, we hit the high of 16 yesterday, a low of 7, a little bit more precipitation, 2 more millimeters to go on top of the totals. 11 North Battleford right now, mild day there, west wind at 9 around the province, 9 in Moose Jaw and Regina, as well as Estevan, Yorkton at 8 degrees. It's 9 for Swift Current, and a little bit more, or a little bit warmer in Rosetown, Kinnersley, 11 and 12, double digits for them currently. Around our area, 11 Lloydminster, 10 for Prince Albert, 9 for both Melfort and Larange. Northern temperatures, 10 for La Loche, 7 Stony Rapids, 6 in Key Lake, their highs for tomorrow, and rain expected in all 3 places for tomorrow. 10 in Halifax, a frost warning there, 19 Ottawa, Toronto at 20, very nice day there, 9 in Winnipeg, so a little bit cooler, very nice day in Alberta as well, 18 Calgary, 16 Edmonton, and even warmer in Vancouver, 21 today, very nice. High pressure system is moving through, and it's just moving through too quickly because this low is scooching itself in, following the jet stream and causing us some more showers, and we will see temperatures rise a little bit and then cool off just as quickly as that warm front and cold front follows each other. So that's what we have in store coming up into the weekend. So thin cloud cover throughout the province, but that's what's moving in, and it's carrying some showers with it. So most has moved off, but more are moving in. So as you see the 5-day forecast, rain for Razor Reader, 16 is the high, low of 5, as same as on Friday. Nice day on Saturday. Slight chance of showers for Sunday, high of 14. A little cooler for Monday, partly cloudy, high of 12 with a low of 8. North Battleford, chance of showers tomorrow, and then 16, 18 for Friday, Saturday. Chance of showers again on Sunday. Cooler Monday, high of 11, low of 7. And Prince Albert, 16 of rain tomorrow, low is 5, and then 16 and 6 on Saturday. Chance of showers Sunday and Monday, cooler, high of 11, and a low of 7. Lisa?
Thanks, Warren. It's time now for this week's Neighborhood Profile as we continue to celebrate Saskatoon's centennial with Our Saskatoon, Our Neighborhoods. Tonight we take you to the community of Wildwood, a neighborhood bordered by Boychuk Drive, Taylor Street, Circle Drive, and 8th Street. Developed in the early 1970s, Wildwood has maintained a population of more than 6,000 residents. It's also considered one of the most active neighborhoods in the city, boasting 5 parks and the popular Wildwood Golf Course. For more on the neighborhood of Wildwood, you can check out tomorrow's edition of the Star Phoenix. Well, thanks for joining us. News Final is tonight at 10:30. See you then. Have a good evening.